these 500 kids could come into this shelter where we could set up the classrooms. We could have a school, and we could have a school in the morning. And then the kids that aren't going to the school, they could take care of maintaining the building and doing the chores. And then after the morning class is over, the afternoon class could start. And then we could take these kids and then teach them entrepreneurship, teach them how to run small businesses like ours. And then a Brown's could only employ maybe 20 people. A bakery could only employ about 20 people. But now, once we get these 20 people trained to do the services of a Brown's and a bakery and a cleaners, we could take these young people, and between the Reverend and his resources and me and my resources, we could go to companies like Motorola, Helena Curtis, and other companies like that and say, hey, here's some young people, they're certified. You know, we know they're supposed to start at 9, they start at 8:45. They're supposed to quit at 5, they quit at 5:15. You know, they're very dependable. And then we could have some counselor that could be representing these kids. So if for some reason the company we bring these kids to has a problem, they could go to the counselor and talk to the counselor. So that's the dreams that the Reverend has, and that's kind of the dreams that I have. And another dream that we both have is in the Chicago school system. I have no idea why it is, but the Chicago school system doesn't, in the grammar schools, up to this point, they don't flunk kids. They pass everybody. And that's unfortunate because some inner city schools only have, they have problems. When the kids are in 5th grade, they don't have 2nd grade reading. When they're in 8th grade, they don't have 5th grade reading. And why our Board of Education insists that these kids get passed, it's wrong. So between the Reverend and myself, we're going to try to do something to change that. And so again, we have mutual dreams and mutual desires, and I'm real proud, very proud to be associated with Reverend and his board of directors and his organization. And on that, I will stop and pass the podium over to somebody else. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Portillo, for everything. Can we give Mr. Portillo another hand? There's a gentleman here who at this point I have the privilege of introducing. He's someone who has been victorious in the struggle and has participated against gangs in the community, marching against gangs, marching against drugs, right from the beginning of Reach Out and Touch. He was instrumental in bringing our organization to the Englewood and West Englewood communities, and we would like to congratulate this individual at this time for his accomplishments, being newly elected as Cook County Judge and a member of the Reach Out and Touch Board of Directors. Would you help me give a warm round of applause to Judge Ricky Jones?
Thank you, Dana. Good evening, everybody. I'm just so proud about what's going on here. This is so beautiful. Not only as a person am I proud, but I'm proud because I'm a board member of Reach Out and Touch, and I've seen the work that has gone into bringing this to fruition. Not only as a board member of Reach Out and Touch, but even before Reach Out and Touch came into an existence, a friend with Jeff Haynes, when we were just young soldiers running around the community in Englewood trying to do what little we could to make life better for the children in the community. But now we stand here today with a business. And I want to focus, just refocus on what this is all about. Yes, it's a business. Yes, there are corporate people involved. It's Brown's Chicken. But the bottom line of this all is children. We're going to be in the business of employing children, in the business of training children, in the business of giving children an opportunity to become productive citizens in our community. And this all makes me proud. Just from years ago when Jeff and I started, and we've come so long, so long of a way to get to this, with the shelter that we have for the young men in the community, with the youth and teen center that we have in Inglewood community for the children, and now this business establishment. And I see so much more that Reverend Haynes is going to do in the community to try to make life better. And now myself, when I started out with Jeff, as I said, we were just little kids stomping around trying to make better. I'm now a judge. I have a very important position. I'm sure Jeff at that time couldn't see that one day I would become a judge. And when we were running around, I couldn't see that one day Reach Out and Touch would come into an existence and bring what it has to the community. It makes me proud. It makes me know that perhaps as a judge, my life, my job will be that much easier because I have alternatives for children in our community that I can refer them to. So, Reverend Haynes, to all of the kids that will be employed here, my heart go out to you. My congratulations also go out to you, Jeff, the children, and also Reach Out and Touch. Congratulations, and God bless you.
Thank you, Judge Jones. There's a law firm in the city of Chicago that is directly behind the backbone of Reach Out and Touch as an organization and our new ventures. That law firm has a lawyer who has worked diligently to ensure that these things take place without a hitch. His name is Neville Reed. Will you help me introduce him?
Thanks very much, Dana. I'm from the law firm of Mayor Brown and Platt, and I'm very glad to be here today. I have been friends with Jeff and his lovely family for a couple of years. Jeff and I first met on WTTW. It was an anti-gang program, a program devoted to thinking about ways in which we can get kids off the street and get them out of gangs and get them into productive pursuits in life. And since that time, Jeff and I have just had, I don't know how many lunches and how many phone calls, strategizing, brainstorming as to how we can bring about some of these strategies to life. And one strategy, of course, that's at the core of all that is providing jobs and economic development in our community based on Christian principles and community principles. And that strategy has been wonderfully advanced today. And that has also advanced our Lord's mandate that we let our light shine before men so that they will see our good deeds and then praise our Father in heaven. And this project has added some light to our community today. Each team that works here is going to develop job skills, and that's going to add some more light. Every person that comes in and supports this business is going to be adding light. Every community resident that uses the catering services that Jeff has been talking about for their parties is going to add light. So I just hope that the light that has started tonight will continue to spread throughout our community. And I just want you to know that our firm looks forward to being a part of that. We provided these services pro bono for free. That's what that means. And I want to give credit to the other partners in my firm who could not be here today, but who stand ready, willing, and able to help be a part of that process as well. That's Rex Palmer and Pat Carlson. Thanks again for giving us the honor and the privilege of being able to be part of this wonderful event. Thank you.